Yeah. Be more for real. Be more for real. Be more for real. Another Wednesday rated R for reality, brought to you by way of Real Explosions. I am your co-host, OMG Danny.
I'm Uncle Wayne, y'all, for BMore4Real.
And we got a special guest in the building. We got a special guest in the building.
What's up, Danny?
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I thought that was for him. Sorry about that. I'm like, what? My bad. I thought that was for him.
Give him his own time. Special. Welcome, sir. Welcome. We're going to let you introduce yourself. You know how we do around here.
I appreciate the love. It's your boy, G.O.V. You heard me? Writer, director, Baltimore Bandao, actor, model, singer, ghostwriter, rapper. And we building Black Hollywood right over here, you heard me? Right in the LDMV area, you heard me? Starting right here in Baltimore City. Yeah.
Welcome to BMore4Real. Absolutely. BMore4Real, brought to you by way of Real Explosions, rated R for reality. Realest conversations on the net. Y'all already know how we get down. If this is your first time tuning in, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that share button. Share it somehow. But most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Subscribing us helps us reach out to multiple individuals and everything else like that. So we appreciate all of our viewers and everything else like that as well. Be more for real moment. Let's just go right ahead into a Be More for Real moment. First of all, how are you, Uncle Wayne?
Hey, this has been a week. You remember I said I'm not going to complain. This has been one of those weeks.
You say that like every single week?
Every week.
Every week.
But I won't complain.
They got a song like that, and I really like that.
It wasn't my favorite.
It's one of my favorite gospel songs. If you know, you know.
You ever notice a lot of people say that's their favorite.
I won't complain. So how you feeling, big brother?
I'm good. You heard me. Maintaining, fully focused, brother.
Awesome. And of course, I'm well. Like I say, just like Uncle Wayne, I'm getting on Uncle Wayne, but like I say, every day above ground is a good one. You know what I'm saying? Every day above ground is indeed a good one. I would like to start off too and say congratulations to the Ravens. You know, most importantly, congratulations to the Ravens. We're gonna clap it up for them.
Listen, I have to give credit where credit is due, so let's give it up for the Ravens.
So let's give credit. 5 straight.
You know, I wear them out when it's time, so let's give them credit where credit's due. But actually, they are really playing much better. I have to give them credit. This season, because remember, I told you when they started out, they weren't doing that well. Everybody all down, city down. I said, listen, because when they start out like that ball of fire and go out like a wet match, you understand the city is different. So I said, let's see, they fight for what they believe in. So far, you know what I mean? They're beginning to fight.
I like that. You said they go out like a ball of fire, but they strike out like a wet match. What you say? I don't know how you say it, but I like that.
To see a good fight. You know, we from Baltimore City. We from the inner city. We like to see a motherfucker down and start to come up and start kicking ass. You see, we like that.
Yeah,
I'm in the city. Come on now.
But keep it in 100, right?
Come on.
So I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, right? Wow. So see, I gotta say this because if I don't say this, right? Hold on.
Technical difficulties.
No, it's fine.
Do we got a commercial break?
I'm used to hearing this.
Difficulties.
All right.
It's hilarious, actually. But So I always like to say that because a lot of people don't think that
Buffalo Bills, though, you
yeah,
said.
Buffalo Bills fan. I was born 1990. You feel me? So initially, when I seen every
Talk-
Super
talk
Bowl
to
that I seen the Buffalo Bills. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right, right.
So that was when y'all say America's team for Dallas Cowboys. No, that was the American team that I
Yeah.
seen floating
Yeah,
there.
real
In
bad.
red,
Yeah.
white, and blue for real. That was the Buffalo,
So
actually the
60,
Buffalo
yeah,
Bills.
I
You
know what
understand
you're
what I'm
talking
saying to you?
about. I kind of
But
get it now.
it never negated for me with Baltimore City. I love my city. You understand what I'm saying to you? Especially the Baltimore Ravens for real. I celebrated in the mix of seasons for real. I'm actually probably like 10 years in with Buffalo Bills right now for real.
For real?
Yeah, I'm 10 years in.
Could you imagine that?
20, yeah, look, no, I'm so serious.
Could you imagine that, yo?
Okay,
Old
what?
soul, though.
I mean,
And
but
the
you
way
loyal.
Buffalo Bills-
Hey, you know what? And
You got to talk to some older
I kinda
folks
sorta
to
feel the same way
understand
you
where
feel-
he's coming from. You do.
But no, I kind of sort of feel the same way you're coming from, but from an NBA perspective because I always been a Pistons fan. You feel what I'm saying?
I respect the
And to
Pistons.
say, oh, and to say that in front of people when they be like, okay, who your team, who your basketball team? I guess they expect you to say Golden State or
Yeah, they want you to follow
the
the regime.
Celtics
Yeah.
or you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no! Don't say nothing about the Celtics now. I'm a Celtics fan.
No. I'm just saying
Through the
they
rebuilds
don't
and
have a
all
team.
that.
they got a lot
We
of
really
fans,
don't.
just like New England. New England, that Boston
got
culture,
respect.
We don't
I
have
want
a
to get
team,
back
so
to
you
the
can have
championship.
really
that
any
Boston
team
culture.
because we don't have a real home team when
Yeah.
it comes to
Basketball.
basketball.
But
Right.
I mean, technically,
I
the Wizards was supposed to
I'm
be
a
some
90s
type of
baby
love for
too,
the
though.
Wizards. You know.
We really don't.
I'm
have
a 90s
home
baby
team.
too, and I came
It
up.
makes no sense that Baltimore still do not have a NBA team here in Baltimore City.
But,
Come on.
They swerved it off due to the
maybe it will,
circumstances
maybe it
of
won't. But
the owner best friend wound up dying from gun violence in some way, shape, or form.
And
And
that's
then
the-
when he traded the team over there to Washington, when he moved it to Washington, they transitioned the name from off
the Bullets to the Wizards.
Yeah,
don't
to the
even
Wizards, yeah.
equate us to Washington team. I don't even
You
want
say
to
I don't want to
associate.
even be
That
associated.
is sad.
That's the
Right,
DMV
you
for you.
understand?
It's a DMV.
That's the thing about
Sad.
sports. I mean, sports
Let's
sports
our
get
own
involved like
fresh
that
team
because you
first
had
when we
St.
get
Louis Cardinals, now the Arizona Cardinals. They had the St. Louis Rams, and now they got the Los Angeles Rams, and they pretty much
they'll
moved
move.
over.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm
moved.
saying? The
About those
Chargers with
Let's
San
go back.
Diego and stuff like that. Now they Los Angeles as well, which is the same state. Whatever that means is whatever that means. But as far as the sports though, I feel the same way that you feel about the Bills. I feel about the Pistons. To tell people, especially being from Baltimore and all that stuff, you would think that you were kind of like the Wizards. They close to home and stuff like that. Just a narrative.
But
You know
look,
what I'm saying? Because they.
he told the
But
truth.
no,
Buffalo
I'm a
Bills.
Pistons fan.
But now you told the truth. A lot of them gonna come out and tell the truth. They ain't for the Ravens anyway.
When I grew up,
watch all them
I
teams.
grew up a
See,
Pistons
y'all gonna
fan.
come
He
out and
grew
tell
up a
the truth
Bills
anyway.
fan. It's the
You
same
ain't
thing.
really for no Ravens
We
anyway.
classy
A lot
though.
of-
I feel like we classy. Like we not like Steeler fans, Redskin fans. What they is now, the Washington fans.
Right,
I don't
right.
know
The
why they-
Commanders.
The Commander.
The Commanders.
We
I mean,
always on the down low other fans that don't want to admit it because
I don't
the
even
truth-
think Indians minded, and I got Indian in my blood, so I don't even think they minded the Washington Redskins. I don't even think they minded. Honestly,
They probably wouldn't.
But-
They probably wouldn't.
let me tell you why. I'm 61. The reason why, because I can't have a true team. They don't even last long. I can't even go to a team to say, oh, these my players. They're not even there no more. That the players already traded to this team, to that team, to that team. How can I be loyal to a team that the members not even there? Who am I loyal to?
Well, it's the hometown team. That's what I would say.
Right. So that's why.
It's the
I'm
hometown
saying.
team.
That's-
I mean,
I had to stick with a hometown team. That's why I
it's
said.
the hometown. And I know he like,
That's right.
and he's
look,
like,
look.
no,
he's a Bills fan. I'm like,
I mean, fairly, can I say this, right?
All
So
right.
think about it like this. Everybody, when they leave out of state, right, they always sit there, they represent the home team.
Right.
You know, and there's nothing
Right,
wrong
absolutely.
with it. It's just the mentality of a person. We're like, I'm gotta represent the home home team. I gotta represent the home team. But
Got to.
this is a tendency of people that I don't like. We will represent something that we don't like due to the circumstances because this is what we were forced to like because this is where we were districtly designed at.
When you start making me think like that, I'm talking about I'm 61 thinking like that. So I'm going to stick to what I'm saying. Raiders haven't earned anything yet. They better fight a little bit more. I see them get up, start swinging. I'm liking it now. I like this fight. But you know what I'm telling everybody? Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Let me see, can they fight?
It's not about the regular season right now.
Who would they play? Watch this.
It's not about the regular season.
Who they play next, though?
We play Cleveland Browns.
Now, we just acquired Mark Cooper from them. Thank you. We appreciate you, Cleveland.
Who are Cleveland Browns? What happened with the Cleveland Browns? Do you know the whole story with the Cleveland Browns?
They ain't got nothing popping.
All right. When you know the story of the Cleveland Browns, we're going to talk.
Oh, you talking about how they came to Baltimore?
Right,
yeah.
How that whole story
came
went.
and gone.
Oh, wow.
But they will give you the same spiel with the Indianapolis situation.
And that's the same way that how you feel about how Baltimore moved to Washington. You're saying that's not the same team.
Right.
Which is why they changed the name and all that stuff.
If they whip ass,
and the Colts too,
right?
The Baltimore Colts.
So if Ravens said the Indianapolis, that's why we look at
if Ravens whip that ass, then I'm feeling a little bit better. See how they getting up and they starting to fight back. Now that's going to be a good fight in the courtyard. We all at the school, yes, that's going to be a good one. Now, if the Browns whip that ass, you and I. Not gonna be too church,
but they not though.
Wednesday.
But they not though, and they absolutely not. But I'm not. Look, let me be humble. I take that back. It's any given Sunday. They can absolutely win, especially because Jameis Winston.
Tell me backed out of that quick. Come on,
especially because Jameis Winston.
We believe in you.
Do you be getting into the betting at all?
All right, so look, I sport bet, but I can't do what y'all do. Now,
I ain't saying I did anything though. Hold on, I ain't say none of that.
Hear me out now. Hear me out.
I ain't say none of that.
Now, when we start making commercials for MGM, Maryland Live Casino,
right,
and telling people if you need help with your gambling habits, we already addicts here in Baltimore. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I ain't trying to downplay nor drain nobody.
Y'all know we already.
But it's
be more for real.
I'm just like trying to be honest with it.
Yeah, be more for real.
That shit is like another level of destruction for real. We already got everybody running around here. We addicts in our own way. You hear me? But with the liquor,
that's in our genes. We're addicts of everything.
Stance there that would allow us to family to be the greatest thing ever. You understand what I'm saying to you? So as we're climbing now, people start yanking people and throwing people off and everything like that of that nature. But in all actuality, people are like, that's screwed up, that's effed up. But the whole time, the climber, you as the climber, everything that's on your back is everything that you love. Because everything that you do within the society and as a man will always go back to your family. Good, bad, in between. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's just the realm of reality. It does not change. So all your good acolytes that you leave onto them for future generations, that's bang. All the crappy, shitty things that you leave out there for them throughout the generations, through DNA or namesake, people don't even want to deal with them. People don't even want to do business. You did it to them, son. You did it to them, daughter. No, they don't want to deal with that.
Be more for real, man.
That's why you got such a long resume.
Be more
You
for
know what I
real.
mean? So much to
I ain't
you,
even
Be
kick
son.
more
half
for
my
real.
resume. I just don't feel like doing all that because I feel like Baltimore City is projected with so much
Hold on
talent.
one second. My
Go, you
son
good.
Devin has joined the chat. He said, "What's up, Dad? Uncle Wayne.
Hey, what's up,
Hey, hey,
Devin,
hey.
Devin, Devin,
What's
Devin,
up,
and
son? What's up, son?"
yeah, we usually have our comments back while it's live. So
I like that. I like that.
hey, what's going on?
Love to
Absolutely,
the
absolutely,
chat.
absolutely,
Love to the
absolutely.
chat.
So now that we're on you, tell us more about you and explain to us some of your resume, sir, because it's long.
I appreciate it, brother. Most definitely. All right. So me, if you know me, mom, once again, GOV, but if you know me closely, everybody call me GO. You feel me? Mama named me George. You understand what I'm saying to you? Not shy about anything about my life. You feel what I'm saying to you? I'm pretty much an open book. Like I said, my initial life, I grew up Baltimore City, born and raised, and I lived everywhere throughout the tri-state area of Baltimore City. Like it wasn't a portion of Baltimore City that I didn't live in. And we went through the homelessness, we went through the crack baby era for real. You understand what I'm saying to you? So during the process of going through that, you feel me? We always either had to live with somebody or be in a position where as though we had to depend on each other. So I was raised in more so of an understanding of a community base because negating the bad times would be also disengaging the individuals that was there to be supportive during the during those negative times. Miss Inez, the older lady that's up the street that sit there and allowed us to be into her house, you feel me, that had multiple plants and a freaking like overload of encyclopedias that I was addicted to, which helped me create my vocabulary and elevate myself within my entirety. You get what I'm saying to you? Or Miss Gay Nell or uh, Miss Is that was across the street that these two ladies used to live on Oliver Street, and she had like, oh my God, she had like 14 grandkids in one house for real, like deep as hell for real. And then Miss Gay, no, she was the nosy neighbor down the street. But older that you get, you realize that these women was actually like the block captains, and they made sure that everybody was safe and everybody was good. So, and then I knew like it was older guys that was around. I don't care if they sold drugs, whatever these guys did,
Hey,
they
listen,
still they
our
still
neighborhood.
had
Tell
the
them what it was.
like you knew that you could go to him and you will be okay. You get
They
what I'm
had the
saying?
wherewithal to protect children.
You understand what I'm saying?
The
To
know the
That's it.
drill. They knew what
it
was
was
up.
the vibe. So it's like Bobby living in Baltimore City and being around all these portions. It made me realize that writing this show of Baltimore Bandale actually made it be 10 times easier because I realized that the city was broken down into units and it was compartmentalized. You got Greektown and Pigtown. You got Down the Hill for real. You got Park Heights for real. You feel me? You got Garrison. You got McCullough Homes, Latrobe, Somerset. You got CBS, Carrie Baker, was it Carrie Baker and Stricker? You got like it's so much. You got North Long. You got what's the White Lock? You understand what I'm saying? It's so many at Greenmount. I can't forget East Side. Like you understand what I'm saying to you? Like it's so many in between Tivoli, Chilton. Like I could keep going. You get what I'm saying? I don't, and anybody I forgot, you know we love you. You understand what I'm saying to you? You know we love you. The whole
He
yeah.
trying to shout the
You,
whole
you
You
hood.
know
understand
we
what I'm
love
saying
you.
to you? You
He's
know we
like Green
because
Mountain Park High.
no, but it ain't even
Yo,
I wasn't even on
yeah,
the
I get you. I'm
song.
messing with you.
That's the but you can run
Fact,
the
yeah,
song and like
yeah. I
it's some
fact,
real
yeah. That
like
you
it's
feel
really
me?
some real
Yeah,
shit though. Like
Nothing is like
because
Baltimore.
exactly in
Nothing.
every the funny thing about it is when you run that
but
song,
hold on.
they all different places.
Let's hone this in as well too, because we want to make sure that people know exactly who you are. I know you have a lot to speak of, but you mentioned Baltimore Bandeo briefly. Briefly, you mentioned Baltimore Bandeo. So tell us a little bit about Baltimore Bandeo in case the people don't know. Let us know a little bit about
Yeah,
that.
so that's what I was getting into by me break. That's literally what I'm hitting to. So basically, when you get into Baltimore Bandale, that's how Baltimore Bandale is broken down. So what's the word that I'm looking for? Because I hate to use
Terminology.
wrong terminology. But I know that if you go and you use a block universe, A block universe is basically something where as though it's happening in past, present, and future at one time. Which, in all actuality, some people believe that we
That's
live in it.
quantum. I
You
think
understand what I'm
that's
saying to you?
quantum. Uh-huh.
You understand what I'm saying to you? That's Baltimore Bandao. We're living in the past, the present, and the future at one time. You
I
understand what I'm saying to you?
I got you. It's kind of more like a multiverse type of quantum mechanical. You know, this playoff and this playoff. Oh, Pulp Fiction.
So
Okay.
and also
Okay.
Crash, you know where that multi-narrative serves where you can take and live from anybody's perspective, but then you can snatch back and yank into this person's life, and you can
Uh-huh.
go into this person's life at any point in time.
Right.
We're literally, and I can't say I because the thought process comes from me, but the workings come from all of these actors and actresses that work their asses off, man. Three. Yeah, I have three
What?
episodes out right now.
Hey, hold on.
Three.
That's actually dope.
Yeah, because we living in it now. If you really think about society and how we have been transitioning, right? We have been, if people have been thinking that we have been living in the future, but in all actuality, we have been transitioning, realizing that the more we study ancient civilizations prior to us, they were more advanced than us. So how are we in the future when they had more advanced civilization than us?
Mm, well, hey,
But we presently are living.
hey,
But
that's
but I'm just saying. I'm
that's
just saying.
that is
I'm
that
just saying.
That's
all I'm
what we
saying.
don't think about. But
that
that's
is
it.
one of the seven. Well, I guess what they would say, seventh wonder of the world. And I mean, you touch on so many subjects, whereas though it's so hard to just breeze past by what you saying because it's like my mind just be clicking off and clicking
But
off.
that's
Clicking off.
Baltimore Bandale for you. But
Right.
I'm here. I'm here with you.
Yeah.
That's literally go ahead.
To
I'm
be
just
to be honest, almost it's like some ADHD stuff. Like yo. All right, I'm gonna focus on this, and then I'm gonna focus on that because what's up with her story? Then what's up with his story, and how this story lead to that story, and then before you know it, you
so
caught up in all.
as a writer, one thing I have learned: listen and pay attention to the world. The world has created a very short attention span. That's why they started creating reels and snippets and clips and shorts. Okay. And when you
Okay.
notice those few things right there, you'll notice that what? It's easier to sit there and help the masses understand something if you break it down into formalities that make sense to them. Not saying the whole masses thinks like that, because I don't think like that, but I could damn sure have moments of can I full blown drag on here? Like I'm all right, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. So
Respectfully,
classy,
but it's
like
be more for
oh,
real.
all right, cool. All right, as long as I
Be
can
more for
classy,
real, yeah.
right, okay, cool. All right, I should have asked
Respectfully.
that question before that. But see how level of class is. I'm one of them classy niggas. You
Hey,
understand what I'm saying? Classy.
we ain't all that class. Trust me, we get down and dirty.
You
But
understand? You heard
with
me?
him means,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But just that perspective. That's basically what I was saying, though, if that makes sense.
But
You know?
this is listen. I ran from there. I hate to go back to these terms.
Okay.
And I tried to explain to people. For me to be 61, it's so amazing that I understand the young generation.
Mhm.
This is what I was trying to say. The younger generation, they're not getting the old way of their being teach.
Mhm.
The newer way that you just said is how school has to catch up. They're not grasping the old way of their being taught. Besides the lies. Imagine you're teaching them lies and you're teaching them the antiquated way. You're losing a whole bunch of kids and you're telling them something is wrong with them. And all the kids is looking at us and saying something is wrong with y'all.
I'm about to say it's funny because in the first episode, Baby Boy he has his own TikTok and everything, and I want y'all to go watch the first episode. It's 3 episodes out right now. But Baby Boy that plays the first character that lost, that wound up getting killed in there, which was the lady's Miss Catherine's son.
the one that
Yes,
the
Nick.
two of them was in that house.
Yes, Nick. Exactly, Nick.
Yeah.
Yes, he has his own TikTok and everything. You understand?
Okay.
Kid, excellent, man, bright individual.
Yeah, we've
Understand what
been
I'm saying?
watching. First of all, we gotta get. Hold on, let's give you some flowers, man. Baltimore Bandale. We got a real certified legend. Let's go ahead and do that real quick.
They most definitely hit it. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Let's do that. So first of all, we're gonna give you your flowers. We're gonna say that we definitely have been tuning in. We definitely have been locked in, and underrated is something that I don't want to use to like misterm, but underrated is something that best suits what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The series is so underrated, and that's we were getting all into all the Pulp Fiction. In case y'all don't know, in case y'all got to catch up, you know, it's nothing. It's not a problem. All right,
If
we're
y'all
just
have
trying to tell
watched
you
Pulp
everything we've been
Fiction,
talking about with the
everybody going to
Baltimore
send y'all back
Bandao,
to it.
all this ADH stuff, everything we was just talking about was leading up to this moment and talking
It's
about
Baltimore City. Baltimore Bandale is Baltimore City. Like it
right,
really is. And we got some bunch of lead baby, ADHD babies, depression, and we living in normal society right now. In normal society is social media around where, like we said, we can have even you can have mass serial killers on social media right now with followings and platforms. If Jim Jones lived in this era, ooh boy, I'm trying to tell you how many people would have drunk the Kool-Aid. You understand what I'm saying to
right,
you? Like
right.
Yep.
so to
Yep.
give the realm of reality is the goal because Baltimore City has all of these. You have Joker, you have Harley Quinn, but in the same circumstances you have Batman. You also have the good guy. You have the nice lady. You understand what I'm saying to you? The person that's trying. You understand what I'm saying to you? All of these people fit the bill in between, and you can't show Baltimore City in one facet of light. It's
Very
so
unique.
many versions of us, and
Absolutely.
that's what the whole purpose of Baltimore Bandale is to show you the good, the bad, the ugly, the in between. You have people that literally are old school. They believe in literally, bro. You can't walk through these neighborhoods or these blocks without somebody knowing you.
There we go.
There used to be
Absolutely.
a transition in Baltimore City. You have to
Absolutely.
remember that. You could
Absolutely.
not go through certain hoods. And sure enough, if you started at the bottom of 100 block, I promise you by the time you made it to the middle, if you did make it to the middle and nobody knew you, you will be surrounded by the front end of you and the back end of you. And
Absolutely.
you might be stripped out of there and or
Plus,
you
you will
might not
freak
make it out.
yourself out anyway by the time you get there because you be so freaked out by reality because people don't understand our reality. Inner city, when I say inner city, it's different from when you say Baltimore, when you catch the bus in and out and you really don't realize, or when you're in the inner city, when you drop in the inner city and you know nothing about Baltimore City, you will really see a reality. It's real life. And just like you said, inside in the city is separated in the city.
Yeah, most definitely. I brought my daughter down here, and when she's seen actually seen Baltimore, because she's like she lives out there in the county, so she's not really familiar with Baltimore City lifestyle. You get what I'm saying? And we took a stroll through the Pennsylvania Trail. She's seen the Billie Holiday statue and the Royal statue,
The ugliest
and
statue in the world.
but she's a
Insult.
but she's
Hey,
also a part of history though,
controversial.
because at the end of the day, no matter what, that statue still stands. You get what I'm saying? And
But
it,
y'all took a stroll, and what was that?
right. So the whole purpose was is that she's seen the window that I could introduce her to the beauty in the portions of Baltimore City that a lot of people are uncomfortable. Even people that live here today that won't even walk out their front doors and deal with. I've been blessed with the life that I can walk in certain places that a lot of people would never make it up out of. And then
Absolutely.
go over
Right.
there to another set of places. And literally, they would have killed that man from where I just came
Yep.
from, that place from where
True
he's from.
fact.
You understand what I'm
Yep.
saying to you? Because I'm a non-biased person. I'm not intertwined with nobody. I'm just a person that has lived here all my life. They have lived this story. I forgot who it was. I think I was watching a podcast. Jay Hill, he was talking to a girl one day, and he was like, she was like, "Oh, you from Baltimore City?" He was like, "Yeah, because somebody could set you up." He's like, "Look," she's like, "Yeah, that's how y'all living out there." He said basically the last thing that he said was, he's like, "Look, you in Baltimore City, you don't even have to be involved in stuff to be wrapped in stuff.
It's true fact.
This is the
Mm,
realm of reality.
True.
Everybody,
right.
and I say, you know what, brother? I say, I'm locked in with you. That was the highest agreement me and you will ever have in life when it on that, because it's the truth, and that's the angle
Definitely
that
the
I
truth.
take with this reproach. You understand what I'm
And
saying?
you know what? We've been taught that as well. From a youth, they used to always say you guilty by association, and people don't know what that means. You don't have to necessarily be associated,
Right.
and they already have crimes
hmm
with that too,
hmm
conspiracy to commit and all this stuff. You part of the plan. A conspiracy is a plan, And that's what I keep telling people about conspiracy theories too. And I'm not trying to throw people so far off track,
No, you
but
good.
you know what I'm saying? Like conspiracy is a real charge. Like there is a group of people that are conspiring for your downfall. There are people that plot on you for your freaking downfall. We need to see that.
We live in Baltimore City. This is the crab in the barrel. Literally, the big ass barrel. If the barrel was this
Yes.
big, that's how many crabs in there. And every time that you're trying to get out, I promise you, there's a whole group of crabs that's still trying to climb out. That you think that's at the top, but they really not at the top. They still trying to climb out of the barrel. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I promise you, you still got worker crabs that's pulling down. You got people that's at the top of the barrel, man.
Before we get too far, we want people to know. So you are the executive producer of Baltimore Bandao,
Yes, sir.
and a few other things. You do a lot. You
I'm
wear
a-
a lot. You wear
A
many
lot of
different hats.
Yes, sir.
Before this podcast is over, we want to take this time out to tell people how they can follow you and tell people how they can support you, real quick.
Okay, got you. So as far as you can lock us in with YouTube currently right now, for real, it's Baltimore Bandale. So just think of it, Baltimore. You know how to spell Baltimore. Come on now, it's Baltimore. We're not even gonna do that. All right.
Oh, BMore.
You heard? No, no, we
That's
no.
right.
We gonna say Baltimore.
Baltimore.
I'm
Yeah,
a
they said
Baltimore.
no.
You know, I'm going nigga
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Because I'm talking to Baltimore right now,
Right.
for real. Because they gonna stop playing with me, for real. Y'all
Right.
gonna be supportive. We ain't gonna crab in this shit, because at the end of the day, we got power moves that we trying to make, and if we're gonna make it, we gotta make them together, and we have to be supportive of one another so we can get to where we need to get to. You heard me? But we have Baltimore Bandale. So Bandale is spelled very simple. I tell everybody, it's very simple. Just think of a band.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Keep it a band. Keep it a stack. You understand what I'm saying? Keep it a band, and
Mm-hmm.
put AO behind that.
Ayo,
AO.
ayo, that's two letters.
Two letters. AO.
Two letters.
You cannot forget that, bro. Keep it a band. AO. Keep it a band. That's it.
So let's
Love.
all right. Let's clap it up
You
too.
cannot forget that. That's
Let's
not
clap that up, too.
Baltimore.
That's good. And just for the viewers as well too. How did you come up with that name as well?
Man, so okay. So when I first wrote this piece, I wrote this piece back in like 2016. I want to say like 2016. I was sitting in a jail
How
cell.
old were you then?
I was 26. I want to say, yeah, I was about 26 when I wrote that. Yeah. And I was sitting in the jail cell when I wrote it. And I was sitting there, I was playing spades and kept on writing in my book. And then the old heads, they told me, they said, no, no, that's it. You done playing spades. They start buying me writing pads, pencils.
They saw it in.
They start paying me to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
And literally giving me all the resources that I need. And they said, only thing that I want you to do, bro, is just send it around so we can read.
Saw it in.
That was it. They just asked me to send it around so they can read. That was it.
People don't seem to understand it because people frown on people when they go to jail because, oh, when you go to jail, that's when you get it right. That's when you should get it right.
I mean, I ain't gonna say that. I'm about to say, we gonna get it out. I'm about to say, because jail was very resourceful.
Why not?
I'm about to say,
Why not? When
it's
you
very,
say, when I went to jail, I
you
got
want-
it right. Why not?
You want his
I agree and I disagree.
Yes, it's a very great area, right? Because the funny thing about it is jail is a communicative place, because you will meet a lot of people in there that's from this place and that place. Remember when I sit down and I talk about Baltimore City and these different players and portions for this?
Right.
If you're a real person, you can survive in Baltimore City. You can survive over there in those jail cells. But the thing about it is that you have to also be aware that you will meet all different type of people.
Absolutely.
They
Isn't
say
that the time
jail
to
is
get
one
your
of the
shit
dumbest
together?
places to send a criminal, because the only thing you're doing is sending the criminal into aspects of meeting more criminals that have more connection and plugs that they will eventually be free to become a bigger conglomeracy.
That could be. That's one way of looking
And
at
see-
it.
No, that's the opposite side
Hold
of the
on,
spectrum.
One
hold
way
on.
of
Let
looking at it.
me just wrap this up and sum
One
this
way.
up. Tell people how they can follow you real fast.
All right, so you can follow me on the gram at GOV_300. That's once again GOV. Just think about Gov_300. You cannot fuck that up. You cannot fuck that
All
up.
right. You got to sell that slow because that's a different
And-
website to find you. One more time.
GOV_300. You can follow me on the gram. YouTube, follow, like, subscribe. You hear me? Keep locked in, posted. Also, actors, I'm most definitely. I'm promoting and pushing actors, music. You feel me? If you singer, a rapper, anything for real like that of that nature, I'm pushing those people. Poets, all of them. Like I said, I want a conglomeracy and other directors. Like I said, it's the conglomeracy that I'm looking towards. You
Right.
know, if we all stand together as one unification, it's hard to kind of allow outside parties to keep playing with us the way that they do. While they sitting there waving breadcrumbs over top of your head to fight over, we could be sitting there maintaining the resources within its entirety where
And
we eating
and
and
I'm
let them
glad
come to holler at us
and
to come eat.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna
Well
clap that
said,
up.
well
I'm
said,
I'm I'm
well
I'm gonna clap
said,
that up. I'm glad you
well
said that.
said.
I'm glad you said that because first of all, we do need to support our people. We do need to support our entertainment. We do need to control um our own our own entertainment and contracts and things like that. And it's easier said than done. And a lot of times, and we were talking about this prior to the show, and so I'm gonna just bring it up in a real conversation. We just gonna be more for real, briefly,
Be
and,
more
and
for real.
and get into it because like a lot of times you grow up around people and all that stuff, and you do have a beautiful story as well as men saying, "Nah, this is what I want you to do." You know what I'm saying? The ones that's older than you and or may not necessarily be older than you, but have influence. They like, look, we're gonna make sure that we pour into you and keep on investing into you, much like a plant. We're gonna keep on planting seeds into you, so eventually you'll grow to be better than us and take that further. But in this day and age, we have been conditioned to, and remember, this show is made to deprogram those. This
Absolutely.
show is made to deprogram you to which you have been
Absolutely.
programmed to.
Okay.
It feel like we have been programmed to compete with each other in an unhealthy way. I see you making a movie now. All of a sudden, I think I'm a movie director. I think I'm a movie star. I think I could produce a goddamn movie. That's just the unhealthy competition about it. The reason why I'm saying that is this, and I'm gonna ask you a question. Based on the course that you have taken right now, and especially in the film industry and all this, all your endeavors, including entertainment, rap, what is one of the most pressing struggles that you would say needs to be addressed right here, right now, needs to be said? One of those underlying things. You understand what I'm saying? That people just don't talk about um, per se.
Underlying thing that people don't talk about.
That you dealt with though, over the course of your journey that you had right now.
I mean, open communication.
Okay.
No matter how ugly it get, open communication cures anything. I don't care if it's one thing I learned over the years is that the asshole, the dickhead, for lack of better terms, is normally the person that everybody can't stand, but sometimes it's the most truthfulest person that's standing there in the room.
So
While
very
you have
true.
a list of people that you call friend or family that harbors the actual truth from you, that within time, you have the Chinese philosopher that once stated, I want to say it's Fuchsia, but a familiarity breeds contentment. So after a while of getting comfortable with people, they start doing disrespectful things.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? So you never express your feelings towards me, towards what you actually feel. So
You
then you
said
start transitioning.
familiarity. Familiarity.
Yes, familiarity breeds contentment.
Contempt. Okay.
Contentment,
Okay.
yes. So basically, in so many words, after I've been around, so
Hmm.
bang, familiarity. We know what
Yeah.
familiarity.
I get you.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I think
Right,
those who
I
know
come, I,
follow you.
I come to
You
the
see what I'm
same
saying?
place every day. And the first day that I walked into your house, you sit there and you told me, you said, "Hey, Mikasa Sukasa." Okay, Mikasa Sukasa, and then we turn around and sit there. And you're like, "Hey, look, hey, can it's okay if I get something to drink?" Da-da-da-da. All right, cool, yeah, not a problem. I go over and I grab it. Every day that week that I came over there, or throughout, let's just say a 7 day span, 7 times, but over like the last 2 3 months, every time, yeah, Mikasa Sukasa, Mikasa Sukasa. The eighth time that I come in there, I just straight walk into your door and I straight go into the refrigerator to grab something to drink. I didn't even ask you that time because the familiarity of hearing you say Mikasa Sukasa, they don't think about it anymore. They just do. And
Condition.
we as people, we always transitioning and growing. The day we are on this page, but I promise you, tomorrow we will be on a whole nother stage of things. So I guess the buzz would be to always make sure that you still check in. Even though it may sound like, damn, why you always ask? Because people always sit there and like, damn, why you keep saying thank you? Why you always because I said I was raised with respect. And if you wrap your mind around understanding what respect is, you'll realize why it's so important. And why my temperament go left, you ain't gonna get all that. Go ahead,
Right.
No, no. Go ahead. Me as older, let me explain to you. You have to stay at that level. Because me is older, because if you don't, you will lose that. Because just like you said, when you'll go into that next house and you'll go into that refrigerator, they don't usually wait for that ninth time. They'll do it that third time. They'll go in that refrigerator that third time. That fourth time they're in your house on the third floor. Next time they're in your front yard. Next thing they all that. And you know what they're going to do the next time? They're going to try to boot you out the house and take over. Because they think because you made it so easy for them, they want to take over the house.
See, but that's where we mess up at, right? It's two different type of people when it was multiple, like.
And by the way, that's what I was talking about with unhealthy competition.
Right.
Right.
But
So you got those type, and we most definitely gotta start signifying the understanding. Just because you let me into your house with just because you left me in your house with a level of comfortability does not negate the fact that me as a person, because I think we all have a moment where we can sit back and be like, damn, yeah, I didn't even think about that person. I should have thought about that person in the process of it. But when we think to ourselves, the opening of that window is the truth of the matter. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. If there was a thunderstorm going on back in the day, right? You normally, if somebody knocked on a door, we would normally let them in back in the day.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying to you? That was a whole different mentality.
Right.
So like that was safety first for the fellow man, not oh shit, the fellow man trying to off me. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right.
So we still have people. It's a very slim few because we will say that the chips have flipped because the mentality of individuals having that capability had to been a mass majority coming in waves for us to think like that at one point in time. Now we have the polar opposite of thought process.
But see, that's where, okay, I spend time with God. I really do. And this is where I have to get so confused because that's not how God sees it.
Right, but God ain't got
nothing.
You want to hold on? God ain't got nothing to do with this specific thing
because
God gave every last one of us what? Free will. So the ignorant choices that other people make that's affecting you, whether that somebody choose to do something good, like we talking about our initial point, right? Me respecting your house and your home throughout that process, not sitting there trying to come in the gate or try to take over what you got going.
Well, this is why. Well, watch this. Let me hold this real quick.
Go.
But watch this. Let me tell you why God see this.
Okay.
Because I will miss out on a person who truly do mean well by the motherfuckers who are no good. Because I will, just like you said, that storm out there, a person, like I said, who truly do mean well, who's in the storm, right?
Right.
I don't let them in because of so many that's so distrusting. So I lose out because I didn't let the one that God told me to let in. See? Think about that. So what do I do? So I don't let no one in?
Okay.
Think about that. Answer that one. Answer that question. I want to hear that from you all.
Hold on, because I want to talk a little bit onto that because what we fail to realize, I guess, as a human being and a person, especially black people, like I was saying, that the unhealthy competition that you can't be, I guess, checked by somebody. Like we was talking about out there, I rather somebody tell me, well, this is what you need to work on, and this and that and so forth and so on, rather than a person just sit up here and smile in my face and pretend like everything is okay and not do nothing about it. I think the thing about today, and especially the entertainment industry and especially the social media world in this phase and time, is that we have to coddle and cater to people's ego, and we had to treat people's ego as if it's fragile, not knowing that your emotions is something that you control. Like if what I say offend you and you get offended, that is not my problem. You understand what I'm saying? Your emotions is your emotions. I should not be responsible for your emotions, but so much today has happened off of emotion because of the entertainment and what we see. So on the flip side, when we see the entertainment, we tend to try to copy and mimic what we see on TV, and it distorts our reality in a way that we can't even tell the difference beyond a certain point. And that's what I'm saying. This is why this program is made to deprogram people to what they've been
Absolutely.
programmed
That's
to.
why,
Now, if
right.
that makes sense, I hope I'm not trying to speak
No,
too
we get
fast.
deep.
No,
We
no, no.
I'm
get
just
deep.
saying that a lot of times we can't grow, and it feel like we can't grow and we can't get ahead is because we can't hold each other accountable without ridicule. And it's like the truth is always being attacked. It's like, okay, if I'm telling you, why look both ways before you cross the street before you get hit by a car. Let's just say I said, yo, stop crossing the street like that. Look both ways. Look both ways before you cross the street, or you're gonna get hit by a car. It don't matter which way I say it. I mean, like, a fact is a fact. Why does it matter how I say it, which way I say it? Like, why does a fact matter that
But
much to us?
it does.
Why?
It does.
The truth actually hurts
But
then,
it
right?
listen, it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
That's crazy.
But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. I'm at 61. That's why I try to teach you all. As leaders, you have to understand that because what you say affects everyone, not who you want to affect. It affects everyone. It affects ones, not just you, the people you want to affect. It affects others.
Right, and what I was saying about, and like he was saying, if
It
I'm telling
does.
if I'm telling you the truth, or I'm telling you something that is my opinion,
Being a leader, you
if
have to lead.
right, if I'm telling you the truth and I'm telling you something that is my opinion, right,
It can't be
then
your opinion. Opinion is like an asshole. We all have one.
right,
It
but
can't be an opinion. It has to be a fact.
if I'm telling you my perspective, let's just say,
A
look, I
perspective's
say,
another way. Remember, a leader has to lead.
okay, regardless of leadership, I'm just saying
You can't say
this
regardless of a
age,
leadership.
and
Then you
this,
tear the
well, I haven't
leadership
heard
down.
cancel culture in a while, but
You listen.
after a
Some
while, they're
leaders,
gonna cancel you
and it doesn't have
for
to.
your
And I'm gonna
word,
tell you this:
right or wrong.
being a leader doesn't mean being popular. This is where y'all young ones get
Oh no, I
confused.
never said that. No,
But y'all think being right has to be popular, and you're gonna learn being right has nothing to do with being popular
right.
at all.
And at
Well, can I say something? Because I feel
of
like
course,
I
of
feel like I
course,
can bridge a gap because I was sitting back and I was listening,
of
right?
course.
So to bridge the gap, we got to realize that there's a lot of things that we don't realize us as people and how we are affected, right? So number one, to go back to what you were saying, with the industry and affecting us in certain ways, right? We always have to remember what we are made up of, tiny little atoms, right? Everything that's based around us is nothing but tiny little atoms. But we transition us, we just made up of electrons and neutrons, for you feel me? And positive and negative energy that pulls in or attracts, which we learned how to base that down to feminine, masculine energy, which we don't realize is not just down to basis of sex, what we label, but in, oh, at this point in time, this is what this energy projects, this is what this energy projects. Okay. We also have to realize that the energy that's around us within the world that we live in is the same thing. Okay. We try to bring an understanding of, from me personally, what I, from studying and understanding, what I realized is that each stage of times, even during pre-existing civilizations, we have multiple times where it's oh, this is like right now we're living in the year of the Aquarius, right? You heard that before? We're living in the year of the Aquarius,
Yeah, I've heard that.
right? So, uh
Is that a
So
sign or a time?
Yeah, the age
is
of
it is
Aquarius.
a
I've
sign
heard that,
like during a lot of
and
times
that's a
during
book as well.
during the Rome and during the Rome and the Catholic, I believe it was like the 1400s, if I'm not mistaken, or in that portion of the time, that was the year of the Taurus, that was the year of the bull. You understand what I'm saying? But this was just basically the precessors of where the planet was operating in that point in time. And if you think about it logically, then you also got to realize that all the energy that flows with it comes with it. You understand what I'm saying to you?
No, I'm in
Masculinity,
the lost on
different.
this. That's where I get
I
confused.
so let me dumb it down for you a little bit to make it very simple, right?
Layman
You
terms.
layman terms would be this: your energy is controlled and conflicted by understanding and knowing that we are controlled by wave patterns, energy, sound, music, light, etc. You dictate the sound, music, light, etc. to be in forms of waves that you want it to be naturally if you were in control of it. But if you don't know and somebody else is moving the masses to do it, here say you would have such as arguments like these. A normal person try to do things like this. Hey, let's make some rules. Hey, let's take the normal emotions of a human being and try to respect them. Hey, when you do this, I feel happy. That's a good thing. When you do this, I feel sad. Let's not do that. When you do this, you make me angry. I don't want more. You understand what I'm saying to you? All of those stages is those feelings. So when y'all get down into the conversation and sitting there and saying, well, look, why can't you just take it as this? You understand what I'm saying? Like you should hear if I say it this way or that way, it shouldn't really matter. You shouldn't be in your feelings about it. Why have we became in a position to coddle these type of emotions? Because that's the type of energy that we're
You
in right now in the world.
you spoke on a couple of things, and some I agree with, I don't agree with. You know, it's be more for real. So like
Okay, of course,
when people get to talking about the age of the Pisces, Aquarian, I'm not really a horoscope type guy
of
at
course,
all.
I know that.
So is
I
this
I know that. I can
horoscope or
tell.
this is
I'm
a
not.
No,
I'm.
it's human. It's human anatomy that's
I'm not
wrapped
really.
into all of these things. But at the
That,
same token, I know both of y'all as far as the circumstances y'all base belief. So I can't. I know y'all wouldn't
no, that's
get
fine.
that
No,
you
we be more
because
for real. We
yeah,
want to
of
have the
course.
conversation,
I've
and
learned.
and
That's
and
why
this is where I'm coming from.
Hmm.
Because even though we had a conversation, I can respectfully say I don't agree or whatever the case may
Hmm.
be. That's adequate conversation. And iron will sharpen iron, so they say or so they speak or whatever. But as a as I digress, what I'm saying is that when we when we have a clash of ideas, right? A
Hmm.
lot of times in society, it makes it seem like me and you are the enemy. You understand what I'm saying? So that the division that's between us will ultimately separate us from the common goal. And I'm saying that
Why
for
you think that is though?
I'm saying that for a common reason because I believe in the Bible, just like you was talking about the stars, age of Aquarian. I believe in the Bible. There was a story in the Bible, Genesis chapter number 11, where it was talking about communication and how when communication had got corrupted, because the whole earth was of one speech and one language, up until that point. But then when the languages got confused and then they wasn't all speaking the same language, they weren't all on the same page, they were never able to construct a tower. So that tells me invertly that communication is the key to everything. So while we would think that slight words like that are just cliches, it means so much more fundamentally. And the reason why I say that is because we don't have the fundamentals down and down pat. Because even this world runs, like you were saying, the stars and all that stuff, that sounds great to me. But what sounds more great to me is that the stars are aligned in a certain pattern. They're not just up there randomly. They were put up there strategically, and they serve a strategic purpose.
Right, of course.
You know what I'm saying? That
strongly believe that.
everything in life serves a strategic purpose, and I often
Absolutely.
think that that's the reason why people are depressed, and it's a reason why medication and all that stuff cannot stop people from being depressed because they don't know the true nature of creation. We are able to create. We are gods in our own right. Even the Bible says, "Ye are gods." But it says also we will die like mortal men. So we can't put the stars up in their place, but there is a creator who we was made in the shape and the image of. So if the Bible said if we were able to speak to a mountain and tell this mountain move, this mountain will remove itself. We got the same power because we come from the same source. but we have to tap into that same source.
And that's
Because
from the
once
inside out.
once we tap into that source, like I said, we will be able to speak to the mountain and tell that mountain to remove itself,
But
and the
what is
mountain is
but
going to
what is
move.
communication? What is communication? What is communication without understanding? See, because I could communicate to you all day. We have the same way that you sit there and everything that you just said is literally everything that I was just speaking on. Because it brings you back to the anatomy and understanding of man. To understand the anatomy of man is to understand oneself. To understand what makes up man is to put you into position to understand man within its entirety. So when you put yourself in a position to understand that, once again, yes, the stars that are aligned in the sky, they're designed for a reason. Just like everything that was built prior to us was built for a
For
reason.
a reason.
You understand what I'm saying
Right,
to you?
right.
Now we dance around in it due to lack of understanding, not
Knowledge.
communication, not
Knowledge.
communication. No.
Lack of
The knowledge
knowledge.
ain't the problem. The knowledge ain't the problem. Here, be. The knowledge is there. I can give you all the math books and textbooks, equations to tell you how to do it and sit it right there. But if you don't understand it, brother, you don't understand it. The knowledge is there. The communicate. No. Understanding.
No,
Knowledge
the
is a
knowledge is
piece of
there.
work.
I believe that because
If
even
you
the
don't-
Bible say wisdom cries out in the marketplace. It say my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Got to
It
know
say
the knowledge.
it said because thou hast
Right,
rejected
so
me, I would reject
knowing-
you also. Because the
Right.
Bible
knowing-
said
If you
it's
don't know
knowledge
the
out there.
knowledge,
Knowledge
right.
is
But
out
you
there.
got to know the knowledge. You need a personal relationship. You first of all, you going to somebody else who like the Bible. I'm gonna give you a prime example. The Bible is right there. But you go to everybody else who didn't write the Bible, don't know the Bible, so you don't know. It's right there, just
But
like you said,
I think
right there.
this is where I'm separating it with me personally. I'm not saying because to know is to understand. I get
Right.
that. I get the basis of the root
Right,
words,
you
right?
gotta know.
But what I'm referring to with knowledge is the knowledge has been placed in books, but the lack of understanding is coming from the process of literally from translation meaning in communication.
Right.
So
Same difference.
So we all dancing around about 4 different words that's all touching bases, but that's why I sit there and I lean towards when it comes down to knowledge. The knowledge is sitting right there in front
Right.
of us. We're not utilizing the knowledge.
we
We're not
don't.
utilizing it because we don't understand.
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
We don't
And I
understand.
often
We don't understand.
Agreed.
It's called
And I
the
often
Bible.
say-
it's called the Bible. Most of us are so afraid of the Bible. It is a simple part and it's clear, but
Agreed.
we are afraid of it. But you know why? Because we don't understand it. But in order to understand it, you need a personal relationship for one who created it, and
See,
the
that's
same
depth.
one who created
Agreed.
you.
That's
Who created you?
That's
Agreed.
depth. See,
Who
because,
created you?
See, because I don't
We don't even have to go deep.
I don't
I ain't
disacknowledge
even
the
gonna go
Bible.
deep.
I'm about to say I
Watch
never
this.
disacknowledge the
am
Bible.
not going to
I
go
just
deep.
Know, I just
Watch
know
this.
that. I just know
We
that.
don't have to go deep to make
See,
sense.
and that's why.
Who created you?
Who created me?
Who created
There's a
you?
God above me. Do I believe that the way that the context of how the book is
We don't have
described?
to
No,
go
I don't.
deep.
I
See,
don't.
you going deep. I'm not going to go deep.
and
Who
and,
created
and,
you?
and that's
Real simple.
what he believes.
Right, but that's
Real
that's where
And that's
simple.
and
see. That's where the opening of
you got people
understanding
that
has
believe
to
that,
come in.
that God
You know
ain't
what I'm
even
saying?
real.
See,
You got
we
people
got-
that believe in
that's
all
why
different
we-
types of
listen,
gods. There's
Our
like
problem is
over
that-
4,500
we
different
don't want to do that.
religions
But
and
that
gods.
would be
we
foolishness
don't
to
want to do
believe
that.
that.
With
It
all
would be
these
foolishness to believe
religions
that, you know?
and all this church and all this stuff, we don't want to do this.
Yeah, it would be
As
foolish to
leaders,
believe
we
that there's
gotta
not something
stop.
that's bigger than you. As
Right.
us as a human, as us as a
We
human
gotta
civilization,
stop. We gotta
will.
take
If you
control
don't
of
believe there's something bigger than
ourselves.
us, yeah, that would be asinine.
We
But
gotta-
the basis of the book versus, once again, you have literally. It was something I wanted to say to you. That you not jump everywhere. The people jumping in lanes type situation. There's something called the Koski records. You familiar with it?
The Koski records?
Yes.
No.
It's where our life and our soul and our thought process, everything that we think of, guess where it goes to? This one memory back. And they have this little saying where it's though hurry up and jump on the opportunity or the idea, because just because you got the idea, what don't mean that somebody else don't have it.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Absolutely.
So we're restored ideas on a cycle. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't never negate that there's a possibility somebody may want to get in this lane. Now, if somebody is not that, they're not that. If you feel like they're only doing it out the actions just to spite one thee, those things are kind of obvious. But once again, we also still dealing with the circumstances of a society that we're living on two different bases. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What we were told the rules is, okay, because we got to remember, this new generation's operating off their own set of rules, and we're operating off of what we knew to be good for us. You understand what I'm saying to you?
But there are none. Listen, God set the rules. There are no new and old generations. We are not powerful enough to set rules. You are not. God set the rules, and they are simple. You don't do to no one else that you don't want done to you. It is simple. And if you want a personal relationship, get a personal relationship.
But what are rules, though? Rules are laws.
Can I say this? Because I haven't said much.
Same difference.
Can I say this?
Can you show me any place in the world that there are rules or laws that there are a short list of them?
Can I say this? Can I say this? Can I say this? I haven't said much.
I can answer it.
I haven't said much.
Go ahead, and then I'll answer.
Hold on. Listen, yes, sir.
Right. Real simple.
Can I say this?
Real simple.
And I haven't said much. And see, I don't like to argue. I like to reason.
Negotiate.
I like to reason with people. No negotiation. I'm talking about reason.
I negotiate.
I'm talking about reason.
Reason and negotiation is two different things. He said he over here say I like to negotiate.
I negotiate. I don't know.
You can come out on top of the deal more than what somebody else did.
Some stuff is not negotiable. My faith is not compromisable.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and that's what. And that's what I. At a certain point. And that's the beauty of being a soldier. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to come to a point where as though you're going to just stand up, because you're not going to let whatever override you. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you a soldier. That's what makes you who you are. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the old people used to say. If you don't stand for something, you're fall for anything.
Absolutely.
Same thing, whatever. But as I digress, I'm just saying that I try not to argue a lot anymore. I try to apply what we know and see. This is why I say the show has made to deprogram people to what they've been programmed to. Because regardless of what we believe, we can actually see and observe things in today's time, and we can refute a lot of different things. There's nothing that you can't name that hasn't been created, from the soda can to the water bottles to the vase to this plant to the TV to the setup to the floors to the roads to the lights. It's nothing you can see, touch, taste, hear, smell, use with your five senses that has not been created by somebody or something with intelligence. So evolution cannot be true based on observation, based on physical observation. We've never seen humans transition to monkeys. Matter of fact, monkeys are still monkeys. Apes, orangutans, all them different species of monkeys. Still monkeys. So, I mean, like at a certain point, we have to put our feelings aside and deal with what's real.
Fact.
And the reason why I say that is what's real is that, you know, like how you are producing a Baltimore Bandao. We have certain stripes.
Three times over.
It's just the mindset. It's just the mindset.
3 times over.
It's just the mindset that we may have as people that will hold us back. You know what I'm saying? We'll go and support Louis Gucci Prada before we support our own brother down the street.
People.
But you spending thousands of dollars with them on a pair of pants, but you can't even spend $5 to subscribe to your man's network. Like, we was talking about this too.
Free.
We was talking, and we're gonna talk about this because this is the truth of the matter. And this is how the Most High operate. This is why I say I really like the story of Christ, because when you look at the story of Christ, all these Christians say, "Oh, listen, and you Gentiles." Guess what Christ said? Christ said, "I came for the house of Jerusalem and Jerusalem only." He said, "I came for my people.
There you go.
I came for my people first." So I'm gonna take care of home first. You know how the people used to say back, and I'm gonna take care of home first. It only makes sense. How the fuck am I gonna help somebody else out of my home before I help the people inside of my house? It just does not make sense.
But look what happened at home.
And you know what? And also about the story about Christ we was talking about is the same people that he was looking out for, that those are the same people that said crucify him. It was the strangers that was supporting the whole time. The whole time while Christ sacrificed his life for them, them people gave him up in a heartbeat and said, "Kill him, do away with him." They did that.
This was a reason, and I'm telling you, these were reasons. Listen, these were reasons that this has happened. Because if you look at this, look at the most closest people to you, what you've done for them. Look how they were. He's up there further. Where were they?
Right.
See,
And
where were they?
and we saying all of this to say, where are the supporters? Where are the supporters of Baltimore Bandao? Where are the supporters of this brother? When he's on his assignment,
I like
when
how
he's
you
on his
said that around.
no. Hold on,
I
for
love
real.
it though.
Let's go ahead and talk about it because when he on his campaign, look, if you his man's and you talking about, oh, this your people's, this your people's. Are you subscribed to his channel? Are you supporting it? I mean, we are literally here to deprogram you. What are you doing to help him? And a lot of times, the ways that you can help him, it wouldn't even cost you no money. If you just subscribe to his channel, if you just pay attention, see, that's too expensive for people that ain't got no goddamn money.
But see,
They be the broke people that
they
can't
be
pay
paying attention though. They do be paying attention. The thing about it is that people like to watch, but they don't like to interact, which would signify that they are supporters. You understand what I'm saying?
There we go.
That's just
There you go.
Set it straight. Set it straight.
Right. It ain't
Set it
That's why
straight.
we
So
got
if
to
you
cross
watch this,
over.
You can
Why do we have to cross
leave
over
a
to
comment.
get us to
You
support?
can leave a comment. You can share it. Put it. Help get in the algorithm.
From us.
Like for real. Like
We going out on that
Seriously.
campaign to get some more love.
Like seriously. And you
That's the whole
deserve
purpose.
your flowers. You a thinker, bro. You have a lot going on for yourself. You wear many hats, and see a lot of brothers
Many
like
hats.
yourself. And I want to say this to you personally. You know what I'm saying? Personally, me knowing you personally, I look up and I respect a lot of things that you do.
Appreciate that.
And I can learn a lot from you. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not in competition with you, whereas though I feel like
There we go.
just because you do something, I want to
Deep,
do it.
deep.
You understand what I'm saying? I want people to realize that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, you my peoples. You feel what I'm saying? I fucks with you.
Bro,
You feel what I'm saying?
my door is open like a motherfucker. Like I have an open door policy on some real nigga shit.
I
Fuck
thank
with
you.
me. You hear me?
And if I tell you
That's
something that
me,
I don't
bro.
like, I'm gonna tell you because
And
I'm keeping it.
Bro,
it a bank.
we gonna
You feel what I'm
irk
saying?
we will irk each other so, but you know what?
There
I'd
we
rather
go.
have those. I got a list of motherfuckers I fuck with in my circle about this small.
There you go.
Can y'all see that on
The
camera?
real circle.
Yeah,
That's
see
the
that on my
real
camera,
circle.
right?
But I'm gonna
Yeah,
piss
for
you off because I'm gonna be that real
Yeah,
friend that
but
be
you-
like, yo,
But
yo.
I got like I said, the one,
Yes.
the one or
That's
two
what
that
we
I
do.
really reach out to and communicate with. Shout out to Tanner for real. Shout out with Brill Nutass for real. You feel me? But you know the ones that I really like lock in at 24/7. Like that's all we do for real. Like
Right.
I don't give a fuck if we got butt heads. We gonna keep it a beam with each other. Ain't no in between conversation.
You gonna
Absolutely.
bump.
You
Listen.
need that type of energy. You know.
If they are
Absolutely.
real, you're gonna bump heads with them. That's what it is. In order to get it right, that's what you do, and you grow. You understand? You're gonna bump heads and grow.
Absolutely.
No, but we gonna grow together because
and-
we gonna do that tech work too for real.
And
Most
we-
definitely gonna plug in.
And
Hell
we're
yeah.
coming up on a lot of time. We don't want to keep everybody long because we know we're on a weekday. But if we could just dive into who you are just for a quick second, let us know who is your greatest inspiration behind what you do. Who, what, and what factors might have played the greatest inspiration in going down the path that you're going down right now.
My grandmother,
Okay.
Isabel
Shout out
Hamilton.
grandma.
Tell us more about
Go ahead,
grandma.
baby. Go dance, baby. Yo.
Hold on, we're gonna go ahead. We're
Yeah,
gonna go
we
ahead and clap it up
love
for
to
G
hear
Man. We're
about
gonna go ahead and
grandma.
clap that up. You already know.
Out here about that.
I'm not gonna cat for real, 'cause grandma was the glue for real, but at the same token, I always remember like the setting. She created the setting first. You got to think about the setting, whereas though your greatest initial moments of where you were doing what you was doing. You know how you was a kid and they was like, oh, that boy can sing, that boy can dance, baby, sing a thong for it. You know that they probably had a few of their drinks and shit, so they
Right.
They need you to come up and perform that. That boy can dance real good now. So
Right.
I go up there for real and I go ahead.
They out childhood OGs. Real talk. They out childhood OGs, man.
I try to tell you, they get you from the inside out.
Yeah.
They give you that confidence. That you
They touch your soul.
Yep.
They really do.
touch that
They
soul.
they
Yep.
spark your whole soul,
Yep.
man.
And
It's about
those
people like
grandmas
that.
going on home.
But my grandma, she had the gift of gab for real. She passed that on to me. And when she passed that on to me, I know that a lot of my other siblings or family members did not get that same gift of gab from his that I got for real. You feel me? So I was grateful for that. But like I said, transitionally doing poetry. My sister Alicia, she would be the next one. My other mother, I call her my other mother because even though my mother was there, she was like my actual mother. You know,
Right,
siblings
right,
and age and stuff like. You know, Baltimore City. You already know how I go. She
right.
bought my first instrumental mixtape. Yep, and when she bought me,
First instrumental
The
mixtape.
instrumental
Wow.
mixtape.
yeah, you know,
Yeah, that's
y'all-
wild.
Instrumental in the instrumental
You hear me?
mixtape.
Man, her was
Stop playing with it.
man, her was in the lab for real. Like me and sis would just be freestyling over for real some fire ass beats. I don't care. She introduced me to a lot of 3-6 Project Pat for real. Like my sister introduced me to a lot of initial music that was like, oh, all right, that's fire. But then I
Big
was,
shout out, sis.
you feel me?
For real, man.
Most
For
definitely, most
real.
definitely. So I took and transitioned from utilizing poetry that I was doing in school to bang doing music. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Then went through drama club when I was like, I want to say 14. We went to Lake Clifton. So it was a whole crew of us, and we wound up putting together a whole drama club for real. It was led by a lady named Christina Youngson. So when we put the drama club together, we wound up writing a lot of our initial grants for real, writing our own plays, directing it, studio.
You've been rolling your whole
everything, for real.
life. Your movie is just
Since
set
way
to
back
go.
in the school days.
Yeah.
Your
Since way
movie
back in the
is
school
set
days.
to go.
Oh no, it's already it's most definitely preset. It's most
Set
definitely
to
preset.
go.
All right, so
You
just so
understand what
people
I'm
can get a
saying?
little bit more insight
So-
because look, this be more for
Yes,
real. Go ahead,
indeed.
finish what you're saying real quick, and I'm gonna ask you another question.
Got you. So transition from there, from high school going into this, it was more so going through like a lot of else and stuff like that for real. You feel me? I was one of them lad babies. I had a couple dollars for real. Tried to build a business. During the building of the business, lost a lot of it due to the circumstances of no real support, family taken from you, stuff like that. I went through the whole emotions for real. You feel what I'm saying to you? So this story when I wound up going through I want to say like a 7-year to 10-year spiral. I'm not even gonna cap. Like no matter what I kept on doing, like I could not get the fuck up out the water. You understand what I'm saying to you? But a lot of people were like, "Damn boy, I swear, boy, it's like you can't even get right. Like you just be trying, but damn boy, it's like you can't. Like yeah, whole time I'm grinding my ass off. They don't know the struggles that I'm actually going through, but nobody really give a fuck about the struggles that you're going through. So
Right.
while they keep thinking that, damn boy, you always trying something new. You always trying. Nigga, I am trying to get on my goddamn feet by any means necessary while I'm being
Right.
tripped, stick with whatever the fuck else is going on. I'm
And
still
your greatest
moving.
inspiration behind all of that was who? G-Ma?
Yeah, most definitely. Grandma always told me, she said, and grandma always used to say one thing. She said, no matter what they say, baby, she said, no matter what they call you, you be the best version of it. She said, I don't give a fuck. She said, they call you a hoe, baby, you be the best hoe. You understand what I'm saying? She a March 3rd Pisces, real.
Be the best.
But it's just the perception of understanding of what she was saying. That while I'm going through the motions, trying to figure this out. Wow, I could try this 9 to 5. I could do this 7 to 3, but I build here. They don't want to get me in this way. I go this direction. You too strong this way. So everything that I was doing, too many clippings, but I never stopped moving. My feet never stopped moving. It was like back in the day when you first touched the football and they told you choke the pill. Keep them legs churning. Keep them legs churning. No matter what.
Move
I don't
forward,
care
fall
what anybody talking about. Keep them damn legs churning. And that's what I did. Whereas though when it came down to, set back and I'm over the jail, I went back to my initial thought process of where I got to this moment. And I was a king of traffic for real. That's what the king of traffic. King of traffic.
What do you mean?
If you know, you know.
I was a speed demon. I had a Dodge Charger and
like ain't got no sense.
I was bipping from county to county. I was probably on like maybe like 6 or 7 different counties on probation. But
no, to be honest, that's a problem with a huge problem with young people. Though.
I was 20.
I'm
I was
laughing,
like 20. I was like 22, bro.
That is a huge problem.
I was
with
like
young
20
people and young drivers.
bro,
They make it unsafe for everybody that's on the road.
But you know what it really was? I was going through a lot of depression because I was battling for my kids and stuff like that. Because I had my kids, and then my kids was just snatched from me. Because you understand what I'm saying? I didn't express, but I didn't know how to talk about stuff like that as 22, a 22-year-old man. You understand what I'm saying? 34-year-old man, I can comfortably say that because if it's a young man watching, I want him to hear that, so he ain't got to be out here dumbing out. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying?
This is what we
Like,
don't
you
understand. It's always a reason under it. This is why I get deep into what I get into. We don't talk about the reason why we do what we do. whenever it's the reason we get charged, oh, it's the worst prison. Well, they got this. It's always a reason why you do what you do, and it's piled up. It's
Oh my
piled up.
goodness, that's
You go to
Baltimore
fire.
what you
Bandale.
go
That's
to.
literally
That's fire.
Baltimore. That's literally Baltimore
That's fire.
Bandale.
And that's
That's
what
literally what it is.
and that's what we trying to figure out as well too. The reason why you do what you do. So we figure out who is your greatest inspiration. But what is the greatest inspirational piece that you would say sparked your peak interest in your design? Let open us up to that for a second?
I watched a lot of stories. I watched a lot of stories. I watched The Wire. I watched The Corner. And initially, the thing that blew me about them was is that I watched a lot of actors, and it was no offense to anybody that came down. It's all love. I promise you, it really is. But
Right.
it's just how they treat Baltimore
They
City.
want my piece, but I let them have it
We
too.
always either it's a joke or we always something that you gotta rob, and I don't like that feeling. If that makes sense. So they didn't hire enough Baltimore actors for me. If that makes sense, I don't like. I don't need somebody to tell me about Baltimore City versus you learning. Come down, yeah. This how Baltimore. You ever seen?
I get what you're saying.
You know those TikToks?
I do. I get what you're saying.
Like, yeah, because Baltimore too, dummy. It's a real perception of that mentality outside looking in versus. And this was years ago versus today.
See, you understand?
But it's people
I
that
was in
think
school
like
with
that.
the
So it's
director
the
and
person
stuff.
that's actually.
So which
Corner-
piece was it? The Wire
Or the
or
corner.
was it the
Especially
corner,
the corner.
that speak it, or both of them together?
It's both of them.
Okay.
Because anybody with real common sense, you will utilize Baltimore actors. Who was some of their favorite people out of those pieces? They were Baltimoreans. Think about it. Like literally, think about Snoop. Snoop was loved all through this motherfucker. Why? Not only because she acted her ass off, Snoop acted her ass off in
But
The
she
Wire,
was
right?
really- yeah.
She really was Baltimore.
Yeah,
Though.
she really was.
And
that.
that's Baltimore Bandale because I tell you the list of characters that's in here. You understand what I'm saying to you? You got No Sleep Tip, you got Chaos, you got Light Work, which is Miss AK. She played Miss Catherine for real. You understand what I'm saying? She's
Right.
Ioka. She's a college professor. You got John. He has his own podcast as well for real. Kevin Seymour. You got construction workers. You got actors, models, business owners, everybody. Like it's so many of them. Derek Lewis, John King. Like it's so many people that have so many profiles of background that came together to embody this piece. But guess what it is? All of them are Baltimoreans. All of them have a spill of different versions of life. Everybody, the first thing they told me as soon as they touched that script, guess what they said? Bro, it's like my actual life. Like, this is actually what I've been going through. And if ain't too far from, damn, boy, as soon as you gave me that script, why everything, all that kept on happening to me? Because it's Baltimore City. At any point in time, you could be up. You could be up in Baltimore City today. And tomorrow, you can be down in Baltimore City in the same instance of a blink of an eye. You can sit there and be move and have motion right now and get clipped off right now in the same breath in Baltimore City.
It's real life.
Like, come on. And that's the perspective of Baltimore Bandale. I wanted to put people in a perspective of understanding. I wanted them to have a moment where it's though, bang, let's take the dramatics. We see a lot of children in Baltimore City get killed. Stuff make the news, jump off the news very quickly. You understand what I'm saying to you? Niggas sit there and move opposite of the spectrum of where they once moved from, but then they still have different territories and different operations that run different segments of the city. Okay? Now, piecing that together, a lot of people will be missing the in-betweens. People always think that a lot of violent crimes happen out of nowhere. But the average person keep on forgetting that 80% of crimes that are committed, they happen from somebody that somebody knows. So where's the details that's happening in between there? And I'm just bringing
It's
out
a whole
live
lot of
scenarios.
details in between there.
This is true.
I gotta give you the funny thing about it is I don't have to give you no logistics or no real scenarios, no details, because if you look on your TV every day in Baltimore City, it's right there. We've been doing a little bit more decent. I give us that. I'm proud of it. I never negate the city, but I want to give a realistic approach to what that actually looks like. No fictitious shit. I want you real actors. So that money comes back to the city. That's the whole mentality. If this bubble the way that I needed to bubble, Baltimore City, that comes back to us. That's recreation centers back. That's our power centers back. You understand what I'm saying to you, bro? That's my mentality. I'm not here to cap with y'all. I'm here to do something for my city. And the thing about it is that a lot of motherfuckers get into power positions and don't do shit for their city.
That's it.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. We're gonna go ahead and clap that up again. Hey, all right. We're gonna go ahead and clap that up again. We're on our way out of here, but what we want to do is make sure we look out for the city as well again. So we have restoring our youth future on Sunday, man. October the 27th. Y'all see that up there, man. We have restoring our youth future. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to restore our youth future. October the 27th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
This Sunday,
at this workshop, speakers will share the insights on empowering resources and opportunities for youth engagements. It will be mental health, depression, anxiety, anger management, trauma, mental health, anger management, all that stuff, man. It's going to be all that. Addiction, alcohol, substance abuse, gambling, youth engagement, opportunities, activities, employment, volunteers. It's going to be speakers, refreshments, vendors, music. It's at Mount Zion Church.
This Sunday,
Avenue. It's in the 15. It's in the 1-5, man. Y'all know how we go. It's about women, empowering women in need of support. Again, this is sponsored and brought to you by women, empowering women in need of support. So make sure y'all support them. Make sure y'all support Baltimore Bandao. Man, make sure y'all support everybody, man. We gonna go ahead and clap it up. Make sure y'all support. Make sure y'all support the community.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all support the community, man. This is a dynamic conversation. It can go on for days and days. We haven't even really tapped in. I mean, like we're gonna develop a behind the scenes conversation, because a lot of the stuff that we say we have to word it a certain way even to be online to speak to you guys right now. So if you want to join this conversation, maybe we should have a Discord or something. Let us know. Put the link and everything in the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all go ahead over to Baltimore Bandao. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow Gio, man. This is the guy that's up and coming.
Bandao. You heard me. A band. A-O. Baltimore. You can please, y'all, go on this Sunday and utilize that, please, y'all. We know that we have a lot of mental health issues within our city, y'all. Please do not ignore these things, y'all. Please don't, y'all.
Take advantage of the resources. We're not used to having resources, so of course we would look at a resource as a way of entrapment. We'd be like, look, I know they're giving us this resource for entrapment. That's a different subject for another time. But take advantage for the resources they are. Be intelligent and intellectual enough, and have that enough discernment to know that this is for me and this ain't for me. However you get it, man. It's BMore4Real, rated off for reality.
Yes, sir.
Brought to you by man. I'm your co-host, OMG Danny.
I am Uncle Wayne, y'all. Thanks for joining us for a Wednesday night at BMore4Real.
Let's get it.
We got Gio in the building. Make sure y'all go ahead. Baltimore Bandao on the blow up, Y'all know it's BMore4Real.
Y'all, be back.